Welcome back to Grizzlies. My name is Neil Rule here with Coach Kampe after a 68-63 loss at Robert Morris. And in camp, points were hard to come by at the start of that basketball game. You see that from time to time on the road. You guys are able to survive that. Had a look to tie the game at the end, but it just wouldn't fall.
Kind of a similar but different game to Friday night. Similar in the way the flow of the game went, but different in that everybody made shots Friday, and today nobody could. And then, one of the best players in the league had the game, an unbelievable game, and he was something else. And we lost him a couple times, which, when you don't score, it's tough. And we guarded. We guarded really, really good, and we did a lot of great things defensively. But when we're challenged offensively at times, and today was one of those times. And just keep battling, and they did, and we had a chance. We made a couple threes in the second half to get back in the game, but a couple calls went against us, and in close games like that, sometimes when calls go against you, you're behind the eight ball, and we weren't able to get out from behind it.
Kemp, when you look at it too, it's just kind of where I was sitting calling the game. Just that 5 to 9 point deficit, you couldn't get over that hump, just in terms of getting it down to a one possession game through the middle. And like you said, ultimately you did, but it took so much to get there.
That, and we lost a lot of time. We missed a two-shot foul, probably 5 or 6 minutes going the game down. I think we were down 6 or 5
right
at the time. We missed a two-shot foul. I can't remember if they scored or not, but then we got fouled again. We missed the front end of a 1-and-1, and those 4 points could have been the difference in the game.
Right.
You get it back to, we had the ball down 3 with, so you don't ever know. Surely you don't know if that would have changed the game or not, but you can't afford to do that, and it proved costly to us. And, but we guarded, we did a pretty darn good job of rebounding in the second half. We got hurt on the glass in the first half. But I think the second half we got their misses, and we gang rebound like we got to do. And Rocket had a really good game, and Lampman's fighting through that, knee problem, and he couldn't play in the first half, and we were behind, and he gutted it out and played in the second half. Trey had a hyperextended left elbow Friday night, was all taped up, didn't score in the first half, cut all the tape off of the elbow, and came out in the second half and played. He was in a lot of pain, and again, if we had a little more depth, maybe he wouldn't have had to play as much or whatever. But it warmed my heart to see him cut all the tape off and say, "Screw it, I'm playing." And he's got 3 days, 4 days now to get ready for the next game. So it's the attrition of the season is right there, and now February's here, and we preach all year long that you got to be good in February. The schedule's favorable in that we have more home games than road games. And, if we have a great February, then we'll be really excited as we get into the postseason.
6 of the last 8 at home to wrap up the season. Don't forget tomorrow night, too. Greg Kampe Show back at RJ's Pub in Rochester Hills. So, as always, Camp, thanks for the time.
Thank you, Neil.